doing. Hello, You totally messed up my intro, dude. Hi, everybody. It's Spencer here. Doobie decided he wanted to also be in this video, but so today I wanted to make a video about living with psoriasis. I will be going more into detail about my life with it, what my experiences are, that kind of stuff, so stay tuned. So as I said in my very first video that I made, I do live with psoriasis. More particularly, I live with plaque psoriasis. There's 4 different types of psoriasis. There's plaque psoriasis, pustular psoriasis, I think it's pronounced cutate, maybe? I'm not really sure exactly how to pronounce it, but, and then there's enthrodermic psoriasis. Plaque psoriasis is usually the most common, among most people, and that is characterized by, plaques that cover pretty much, a large majority of the body. According to my dermatologist, my body is 75% coverage, so a lot of things that people seem to get confused on is the difference between psoriasis and eczema. So there is a difference between psoriasis and eczema. They're 2 totally different things. They do look the same, but they're definitely not. So the first difference is that psoriasis is a chronic disorder or a chronic disease. It's an autoimmune disorder, basically meaning that instead of protecting your body against the invaders, your immune system will actually attack your own cells, and that's what makes them overproduce to create the building up of dry skin on the surface. But anyway, psoriasis is a chronic disease, and it has a direct genetic link. So that's different from eczema, because eczema doesn't. A lot of people can just get eczema. It can be like an allergic reaction to something or something like that. But psoriasis is a genetic thing. So you can't have it unless someone in your family has it. So psoriasis is actually a lot more common than people might think. 1 in every 50 people in the U.S. have psoriasis. Obviously, not everybody is as chronic as I am, but it's very common. So, like I said earlier, psoriasis is an autoimmune disorder, so basically that means you just have an overactive immune system. So that sends out an inflammatory response. Basically, like I said, your healthy cells and your bad cells, so like bacteria, that kind of stuff, your good ones are supposed to attack these ones, but instead of attacking the bad ones, they're actually attacking more good ones, which is doing more harm than good. So, basically meaning that my immune system does not fight off infections very well. I'm very susceptible to getting sick, so I have to really be careful when I'm around people who are sick. So, just to kind of put it in perspective for you, one of the things that I deal with a lot is shedding. So, normally, like a normal person will shed about 1.6 pounds of dry skin a year. Myself personally, I probably shed around 12 pounds a year. So your skin reproduces enough that you can get rid of all of your dead skin within a month. So it takes a month for a normal person's skin to completely regenerate, maybe? Is that the right word? I don't really know. But for me, it takes 3 or 4 days. So, I don't know if I can do it now, but yeah, there's not really much coming off right now just because I have moisturized and stuff to try to keep that down a little bit. But yeah, it's like dandruff. Obviously I have it in my head, in my scalp too, but it is like dandruff. So when you go like this, skin falls out, dry skin falls out of your hair. It's like that, except it's all over my body. Especially at night and stuff. We have to wash our bedding a lot because of how much skin I produce. So it's kind of gross, but can't really do anything about it. So I got psoriasis when I was in the 5th grade. It was right after I'd hit puberty, so it was kind of sudden. It just started right here on my elbows, and like on my knees. So I didn't really think much of it. I was just like, well, I guess I just have dry skin. That kind of sucks. So I don't know. But when I went to a doctor, they told me they didn't know exactly what it was. They thought it was psoriasis, but they wanted to do they wanted to check to make sure it was. So I went to a dermatologist and I was diagnosed with plaque psoriasis. So I've had it since then. It has never gone away, and it never will, because like I said before, it's a chronic disease, so it doesn't go away. Medications. So ever since I got diagnosed with it, I've been put on probably a good 15-20 medications for it, including biologics, which are like shots that you do every week or every 2 weeks, something like that. I've done IV therapy, where I had to go to a hospital and had to sit in a chair for 7 hours while they pumped a bunch of medicines into me. That was once every 2 weeks, I think. Lots of pills, lots of topicals. I had steroid creams. I've had TARs. I've tried almost everything under the sun, and a lot of things do not work long term for me. And I'm not really sure why. They'll start working in the beginning, and then they will basically taper off until they stop working around 3 or 4 months. So that kind of sucks, but you know. Right now, I'm actually in between medications. My doctor has not decided which one she wants to put me on yet, but the next thing I'm going to try is light therapy, which is different from tanning beds, which I've done before. These, you need UVB lights, I think like something like that, but I don't really remember. But yeah, that is the next step. I have tried the tanning beds, like I said. That didn't do anything. I mean, I got tan, but that's not really helping my skin situation. So, my daily routine. So, living with psoriasis, obviously, my daily routine is a lot different than other people's. I have to moisturize my face at least 3 or 4 times a day, just because of how dry it gets and how much I touch my face, so it gets really gross. I have to moisturize my entire body at least twice a day, otherwise it will get really like dry and hard, and it'll crack and it'll hurt really bad, and I don't like that. So let's see. I will take a shower probably every 3 days, but I will take a bath at least once a week, because I have to soak in like lukewarm water for my skin to soften, so I can get all of the excess off, so I can not like restart, but I don't know, make it smooth. So it starts from the bottom and grows up instead of just growing on top and on top and on top, so it's not as uncomfortable for me. Like I said before, it is genetic. I'm not really sure exactly where it came from in my family. My parents didn't have it. None of my siblings have it. Grandparents that I know about don't have it, so I'm not really sure exactly where it came from, but somewhere along the line someone had it and then I got it. So symptoms of psoriasis are very similar to the ones of eczema and just dry skin in general. Like there's these red and white patchy spots that usually they'll be around like the heavily used joint areas, so like your elbows and your knees, like your ankles, that kind of stuff. But it usually starts like with the elbows and the knees and stuff, and then depending on how severe it is, it'll spread to other places. It's very itchy, very, 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 very itchy. It sucks really bad. That's why moisturizing is such a huge thing, is because it keeps the itching down so it doesn't itch as much. But yeah, that's all I have. So I hope this was a little informative for you guys, and also if you have any more questions, just go ahead and shoot them to me, and hopefully we'll be making another video within the next couple days or so for another look into my life. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you could like, subscribe, comment, whatever you want to do, I don't really care, but if you could just do that for me, that would be awesome. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you later. Peace out.